The following program is being brought to you on the Voice America Women's Channel. For more information about our network and to check out additional show hosts and topics of interest, please visit voiceamericawomen.com. The Voice America Talk Radio Network is the worldwide leader in live Internet talk radio. Visit voiceamerica.com. The views and ideas expressed on the following program are strictly those of the host or guests and do not necessarily reflect the views and ideas held by the Voice America Talk Radio Network, its staff, and management.
Welcome to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with Rebecca Hall Gruyter. In our program each week, we provide the tools, ideas, and encouragement to help you move ahead on your journey, becoming a more powerful and impactful woman in your own life. Now here's your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter.
Welcome, everyone. I hope you're having an amazing day. I'm excited to have you connecting with us as we talk about shining no matter what. And our guest today is an expert on overcoming kind of no matter what hits her in life, she is able to step forward and shine. And I feel that's really, really important. I want you to think about when you go through your daily life and things unexpectedly happen. And perhaps there are things that are the opposite of what we wanted to happen, or a delay, or a loss, or what we had hoped would happen and we needed this thing to happen, for some reason didn't. How do we respond to that? How are we choosing to show up? We can't always choose those things that happen to us, but we can choose our response, and we can make a choice to show up and shine, share the best of who we are or not. And I want you just to take a moment and think about how you're choosing to navigate through life, how you're choosing to show up. I even find sometimes we can have an amazing day and then one thing goes sideways, and we can sometimes, especially if we're tired and a bit run down, we can let all of our attention focus on the one thing and we forget all the other amazing things that happened during the day or in the circumstance. And we can actually let that one thing, that minor thing sometimes, become a really bad, hard, heavy, negative thing that we carry forward instead of taking a breath, recentering, and choosing what we're going to focus on, choosing if we're going to shine or not. And I hope today, as we go through our conversation, we're going to share some tools and resources with you to help you shine, because I have discovered it is not a solo journey. We need each other on this journey of life, and we need to be reminded and we need to be encouraged as we go forward. And sometimes when we're in our less shiny places, perhaps we're discouraged, perhaps we're feeling a little stressed, or we're disappointed, we can decide to echo that forward. Sometimes it's an unconscious decision, but we'll start to share that forward versus with purpose, sharing forward what matters to us most. We can sometimes let a minor thing take over, or a major thing become even bigger, forgetting the good around us, forgetting our own gifts. And I want you to really today be listening and looking for opportunities to shine, to appreciate what you have around you, who you are as an amazing gift, no matter what, because we all have the potential to choose to shine. We all have that opportunity. I was reminded of a time I was in a grocery store and everything was going wrong that in the grocery store. I was delayed in getting there. Parking, was a little bit difficult. And when I got into the grocery, and I was kind of going with the flow, taking a breath, I was thankful that I had the time. It wasn't going to ruin my day, that there were some delays. So I was able to be actually a little bit of more of an observer. And I go into the grocery store and I saw chaos. The technology systems were not working. So the lines were really, really long. People were getting so frustrated that we're trying to check out and purchase their items that they actually were abandoning their carts with even frozen goods in them. And so there was merchandise being lost. People were frustrated. The lines were getting longer and longer. And as I paused, I chose to take a breath and be an observer. And I let a couple people go in front of me because this was a moment in a day where I didn't have as pressing of a schedule. And I thought I can give that. I can choose to show up in that way. And as I'm getting closer to the checkout, I observed some things. I could actually feel the frustration and the anger of the person in front of me. They were that frustrated by the situation. I don't know if any of you have ever felt that, where that anger and that frustration is to that boiling point. And they were looking around, and I finally saw where their target of all this frustrated energy and where it felt like it was kind of building. And I was just kind of observing, because there were some people on the line that were patient and taking a breath, others catching up and talking and making new friends, others who were very focused and frustrated. Everyone was choosing to respond differently in the situation. And then I looked at the object of this person's frustration. And it was the checkout lady. This lady who was checking out the merchandise, ringing people up, looked like she was having the time of her life. She was chatting with people, ringing them up, keeping upbeat and positive, and we'll be with you in a moment. She just was like this shining bright star. And if any of you have ever been in that frustrated state, sometimes that shining bright star is extra annoying. And I could see it was just triggering this person in front of me. And I decided to take a breath, send healing energy, and hoping the situation would calm. And as she pulled up, and it was now her time to get rung up, she looked around the room, and I could tell she was wanting an audience. And she goes to the checkout lady. "How can you be so happy at a time like this? Don't you see what's going on? Aren't you frustrated with nothing working and all these people, and you're just having to work really hard, and aren't you frustrated? Why are you so happy?" She was very frustrated, wanted to share that gift. And the checkout lady turns to her, smiles in a warm way, in an open way, and she goes, "It's not busy and crowded today. I'm just popular." And I started laughing. The people behind me started laughing. There was this upbeat and energy because we got to look at things from a different perspective and appreciate the moment. And the woman in front of me was just kind of stunned. I could tell her negative, frustrated energy got calm a little bit. And she was just kind of stunned into silence and reflection, and checked out her groceries and moved along. And then it was my turn to interact with this bright, shining light. And I just thought, what a gift to look at things from a different perspective, to choose our response. And we can do that every single day. And I always think of her whenever the checkout lady and the other lady that was so frustrated, I always think of them when that line gets long or traffic gets a little bit crazy. Who do I want to be? Who do I want to emulate out there? And when those things come up, when things don't go according to plan. And when things really difficult happen, who do I choose to be? So today, I don't know where you are. You might be in that bright, shining place. You might be in the place where some of those frustrations are coming down on you, or you might be in a place where something happened that just changed your life drastically. It could be a loss. And I want to encourage you that you can choose who you want to be, and you're not alone. We are here with you to support you in your journey. So let's take a breath together. Breathe that in. Beautiful. Those of you who are driving, please stay safe. Keep both hands on the wheels. Be alert. Those of you who are able to, though, let's put both feet on the floor. Put one hand on your heart, one hand on your head. Take a deep breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth like you're breathing through a straw. Keep breathing. Close your eyes. You have that hand on your heart, one on your head. You're absolutely safe. And what I want to ask you in this quiet space is, what is it that you need today? What will encourage you and support you on your journey so that you feel like and can choose to shine? What is it that you need today and are willing to receive? Keep breathing. Receive that information. Can come in a picture, a phrase, a memory. What is it that you need today, real time, to encourage you to shine no matter what? Once you receive that answer, I want you to come back into the room and open up your eyes. Let's take another deep breath together. And I encourage you to capture that information, write it down, keep it top of mind so you are on the lookout. You're actively looking for ways to choose to shine today and to receive whatever it is you need to help you shine, be seen, be heard, and be who you want to be in each moment. Those are opportunities to choose to shine and share that gift, echo that shininess out into the world. I'm going to go around the virtual room and talk to our guest expert here, the amazing Nichole Peters. Nichole, welcome.
Hi, Rebecca. How are you?
I'm good. Excited to have you joining us. Thanks for asking. And I wanted to see if something was placed on your heart when we went in and we're reflecting on shining no matter what, that you would like to share with our listeners today.
Yes. I really liked your presentation, and I really love the sense of knowing when to come out and shine, because that's when you know when you place things on your heart that really matters. Because in order to come out of anything, you have to break through. And when you think of breakthrough, you think of, I am who I am. You listen not to the world, but you listen to who God tell you are. And that's what I have placed on my heart, that it doesn't matter what others think. It doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't matter how they assume things. You're not God. And that when God leads you forward and tell you to show love the way that you know how, the way you want to be respected, the way you want to be loved, and when you dish it out to people, you give them the same thing back that they give you. And you give them more, but you also guard your heart. And you guard your heart by knowing when to fight, when to know to give, when to know to receive, when to know to have knowledge, when to know to have wisdom, and also your sister is understanding, Rebecca.
Yes. Thank you for sharing. And I love what you're sharing, because so much of it is coming from the heart. And what an amazing world we can choose to live in as when we make that choice to come from our heart, to always lead with that and give more than perhaps what has been given us. So thank you for sharing, Nichole. Really powerful.
You're welcome. No problem.
And listeners, we're getting ready to go to our first commercial break. And as we do that, I invite you to sink into really exploring what shining means to you and how you can choose to shine no matter what. Stay present. We'll look forward to talking to you in just a moment as we dig into the conversation and seek to help you shine no matter what. We'll talk to you in just a moment.
Voice America Women. Your passion starts here.
Are you ready for your rush of success? I'm Jim T. Chong, the Walk Star.
And I'm Cammie Ferry, the Theater Queen, the host of Rush Hour for Success on Money 105.5 on Thursdays and Fridays at 2 p.m. It's about getting entertained and getting solutions for your success in life and business.
Visit us on Facebook at Money 105.5 FM Rush Hour for Success, or download the Money 105.5 app on your phone for the live stream. That's Thursdays and Fridays, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. Get entertained,
get educated, and get your rush on
Rush Hour for Success.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at speakertalentsearch.com. That's speakertalentsearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
Become our friend on Facebook. Post your thoughts about our shows and network on our timeline. Visit facebook.com/Voice America.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed that break. And here's an extra credit bonus opportunity. I want you to get the most out of our time together today. And here's a way to do it, to stay fully present. We have a tendency during those commercial breaks to just run off and try to do a few things, and we can get a little bit distracted, both energy-wise and focus. And instead, what I invite you to do is to stay present, to use those 2 minutes just for you to breathe, to pause, to process what's being shared with you, both from Nichole and I, as well as what's being spoken into your heart and spirit. Carve out those 2 minutes just for you. Throughout the show, you'll be able to process things on a cellular level and be equipped and empowered as you go back out in the world. So that's my extra credit, bonus opportunity, but tip for you to lean into and really get the most out of our time together today. Now, you got to hear a little bit of Nichole's heart and passion in the opening segment, and I wanted to take a moment to introduce her formally, and then we're going to have a great conversation to support you in learning how to shine, discovering how to shine, to tap into your shine power no matter what. Nichole Peters is an international publisher of Believe in Your Dreams Publishing. She's actually the publisher of our international best-selling book, Come Out of Hiding and Shine. So you can see very on theme with today. She's a #1 best-selling author, motivational speaker, domestic violence survivor, TV show host and producer, so powerful resume, who is passionate about helping others believe in their dreams, putting their trust in God, no matter what, so they can rock. Please lean in and warmly welcome the amazing Nichole Peters to the show. Welcome.
Woohoo! Thank you, Rebecca, for having me back on your amazing rocking show. How are you?
I am good, my rockin' Nichole. Welcome back.
Thank you.
You are very welcome. Excited to have you on the show today, talking about a subject that I know is near and dear to both of our hearts. As survivors of challenging pasts, really, both of us, I know, really believe in choosing to shine, choosing to show up, choosing to impact the world in the way that we're made. And I wanted to tap into that a little bit and ask you why. Why are you so passionate about helping others? I love your quote, rock. You love to help people rock and believe in their dreams, step forward and rock. Why is that personally so important to you?
Because it was days when I felt like I was shattered to pieces. And if you're shattered to pieces, you can't rock. You have to become a solid ground, no matter what you face it. Rebecca, I remember just recently while I was in the midst of doing Come Out of Hiding and Shine book, I received this phone call saying, you know what, you got to come back to the emergency room. You have to get back up here. We have to do a scope on you. And to find out the other illnesses I received and was diagnosed with, it devastated me. I'm like, how can I be in the midst of a book, getting ready to come out of hiding and shine? Oh no, how can I be going back to this dull moment? And it took me to a place where I was like, what is going on? But the reason why I do this is because I believe deep down in my heart that I go through things for other women that's going through worse than me, worse than you, Rebecca. The abuse that we went through was for a breakthrough eventually. That's what it was for, Rebecca. It's like, wow, I can still come out of hiding and shine no matter what I go through. We must let others know that no matter what you face, no matter how many times you fall, you get back up and you stand up and you do what it takes. Even if it takes you longer to do it, you never give up no matter what. You stay rocking, Rebecca.
I love it. Thank you for sharing. And listeners, for those of you who don't know Nichole, she walks the talk. No matter what has hit her or come alongside her, she continues to step forward. She continues to choose to shine, to fight, to stand for what she believes. And Nichole, can I share a little bit about that experience?
Sure, no problem.
Do you give me permission? Okay.
Yeah.
So, Nichole is our beautiful publisher for the book that has come out of Hiding and Shine. You can find that at Amazon. We do have a special going on right now with our print launch. When we were in the midst of doing the electronic launch, the Kindle launch, and this was back towards the end of 2016, we're in the middle of that. And she was going to come to one of our events, the launch event that we were doing in November, and we were so excited and had everything lined up. And we got this call that Nichole was in the hospital and unable to attend. And her big concern was, I want the authors to know that they can still shine. I want them to know I'll get them the materials, the bookmarks. Like, I'm there for them. I'm there in spirit. I wish I could be there. Like, she was still fighting in that way for us while she was in the hospital. And even did some videos to encourage. And I just admired that about you, Nichole, and I honor that even with that level of challenge, you were still a shining light for us, encouraging us to shine. And I want to thank you.
You are welcome. You are welcome. And all I could think about was, I will get through this, even though it takes you back into a place of darkness. But what I feel like I've been training myself on, deep meditation and prayer. If it were not for me being there and had mentors and people to keep me strong, that I'm so glad I have been guided by light. So when I went back into that dark tunnel for a few days, and even in the hospital, I'm doing motivational videos. I have so many.
She was.
I have so many I haven't released. And when the nurse came in there, she said, how are you doing this? Your blood pressure is up. They get ready to check to see what is going on with you. Why are you having these problems? You have RA. You have neuropathy. You have short term. How did you do what you do? It's because I told her, I looked at her, I said, because I know I'm a rocking warrior. And they just was like, wow. My kids was like, you're unbelievable. But don't get me wrong. It's not easy, but it's worth it, Rebecca. It's worth it.
I love it. So, listeners, I just want you to, I'm sitting here smiling and encouraged. I'm picturing that nurse and you claiming that you're a rockin' warrior. I love it. And yes. She was so committed to this book and to the stories and the transformational work of Come Out of Hiding and Shine that she wanted to encourage the authors who, many of them, it was the first time they were sharing their stories and sharing the wisdom they've learned about choosing to shine. And many of the authors in the book had losses throughout the journey. They had health crises. Yes. They had losses in their family, right, Nichole? And they had all the reasons that were legitimate reasons to decide not to go forward, and yet they all committed to doing that. They all chose to shine. And I share that with all of you today because we have those choices every single day. Every moment is precious that we have, and we can choose whether we're in the hospital bed to standing up on a stage to standing in a grocery line. We can choose those moments, how we're going to be, if we're going to choose to shine. And I just want us to take a moment, breathe that in, and recognize and remember we have those opportunities, we have those choices throughout our life.
Yes.
And can I ask you why you were originally interested in publishing our book? Because I know you were approached me wanting to publish a book. And when we talked about this and wanting to do an anthology, and this was the subject and the title, you leaned and said yes, and you've stayed committed to that. Do you mind sharing a little bit about that?
It was around this time last year, Rebecca, we was getting off of a cruise. I had met you last year, face to face. And it was me, Brandy T. Jones, the wonderful Journey of Life radio show host of Voice America. Woohoo! And it was
That's
Patsy
right. Shout out for Brandy.
Yes. And Patsy Cole, we was together, and Brandy was like, you need to start doing more work for more people. We were just talking in general. And she was like, I know a couple people that would love for you. You need to talk to them and ask them, you know, about their books and everything. And you need to start publishing more, Nichole, because I see your talent. And I said, well, I do publish more, but I don't know. But it's a couple of ladies that I wouldn't mind collaborating with. And she gave me a couple names, and I gave her a couple names. And it was like I'm not the type of person that if someone tell me that this person might be a great potential for you to help make their book be a bestseller, I'm going to go for them. That is a part of who I am. That's a part of my motivation and my passion, is to see other women tell their story, but not only tell their story, but to let people know about their mission and to let others know that they can do it by giving phenomenal stories and helping others. Let me explain to you about your book, Rebecca. The day when I had to go in to do my surgery, and they told me I had to come back up there, the lady there, I had your book in my hand, and I was reading it. And the lady said that she was, you know how you have to check in the medical office, and she said, what is that you're reading? I said, Come Out of Hiding and Shine. And I said, I'm going over my chapter right now. I said, because I need my chapter right now. Sometimes you write things and you need it for you as well. And she said, you're in the book? I said, not only am I in the book, but I'm the publisher of the book. She was like, oh, my God. She's like, can I have your chapter at least? Take a copy of your chapter at least. I said, how about I just pay for this book here? Because she went and told other people she was publishing this book, and she was showing them that I was in the book. And she also was showing them my daughter was in the book, and she had never seen anything like that. And she was like, she said, this was different. And she was like, oh, my God. And I gave her the book, and I told her I would purchase hers for her. And before you know it, I received phone calls for a couple of them there after I left. And everybody in the surgery room knew what was going on. Even Dr. Prasad, he the one who did my surgery. He said, I didn't have no idea he was an author and a publisher. This was another, I had to go see a specialist. So this was another doctor I had to go to. And I was like, how? They just couldn't believe it by everything that I was diagnosed with and the symptoms. Like, how do you do this? And I said, it's because if I'm going to publish a book that says Come Out of Hiding and Shine, and I'm going to publish a book that has anything to do with warriors and rock, I must complete my mission, because that is a purpose and a plan for it. And they was just like in love with the book, and they were telling their other friends. So it's just amazing how, during my deepest upset and heartbreak of me having to have a setback for a minute, that the book was still shining at that hospital, at the Florida Methodist Hospital. I was amazed at the whole situation. It was breathtaking. It was a surreal moment, and it let me know that even though your passion is your passion, and this book and write other books and helping authors is something that I take to the bottom of my heart, that I love and I adore. And I just want to say that you making bestseller is awesome, but we want to go further. And when I got on your stage today and I said, I want this book to become a New York Times bestseller, I do. I truly want every author that comes up under Believing Your Dream Published to become a New York Times bestseller, because your books are amazing and you are worth it. And I know that what we publish helps so many people around the world. And it also helps us as every man and woman that's in the book is amazing. And I just want you to know that if you just keep on reaching out to people to come out of hiding and shine, that they will be more powerful and inspiring than all the authors in a book, because I know how much passion it brings to others.
Thank you, Nichole, for sharing. I'm so touched by that and appreciate it. And I'm so struck by I must complete my mission. And I think, wow, in our dark times, if we can remember that and stay true, and to me, that's a moment to shine. I must complete my mission, that commitment to doing that. And I agree. These stories and the authors that step forward are incredible and so powerful and so committed to bringing their messages forward. It has been an honor and a privilege to lead this project, and I know they're changing people's lives. Oh, so I breathe that in. We are getting ready to go to our next break here, so I encourage you to take these 2 moments for you and really think about, how are you on purpose going to complete your mission? How are you going to choose to shine? We'll look forward to talking to you in just a moment.
This is the Voice America Women's Channel, where your success is limitless.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at SpeakerTalentSearch.com. That's SpeakerTalentSearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Relationship issues? Anxious? Parenting challenges? No more. Learn to live your best life. Tune into Straight Talk with top therapist, relationship, and anxiety expert Sandra Reish. Learn to transform your challenges into effective solutions. Whether it's relationships, parenting, anxiety, or other traps, Sandra will show you how you can live the life of your dreams. Listen live every Thursday afternoon at 6 p.m. Eastern Time and 3 p.m. Pacific Time on the Voice America Health and Wellness Channel.
Are you ready for your rush of success? I'm Jim T. Chong, the Walk Star.
And I'm Cammie Ferry, the Theater Queen, the host of Rush Hour for Success on Money 105.5 on Thursdays and Fridays at 2 p.m. It's about getting entertained and getting solutions for your success in life and business.
Visit us on Facebook at Money 105.5 FM Rush Hour for Success, or download the Money 105.5 app on your phone for the live stream. That's Thursdays and Fridays, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. Get entertained,
get educated, and get your rush on
Rush Hour for Success.
Tune in for Suzanne Ross and Lighten Up TV, evolutionary wellness for the body, mind, and spirit. Each episode features Suzanne and her amazing guests, including inspirational authors, speakers, wellness experts, and spiritual guides. This series is focused on achieving total well-being so that you can live well and love life. Visit lightenuptv.net to find out more. Lighten Up TV is presented by the Awakening Center, a nonprofit for those seeking a higher way of living and being. Don't miss out on living your best life now. Go to lightenuptv.net today.
Follow us on Twitter at VoiceAmericaTRN. Get the lowdown on guests, new shows, and your favorites. That's VoiceAmericaTRN.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you carved those 2 minutes out just for you to really process what's being shared and spoken on your heart, and that you're really thinking about how can you shine no matter what? How can you complete your mission day by day, step by step, breath by breath? Let's breathe that in. Wonderful. Now, Nichole has been sharing some amazing stories where she's chosen to shine no matter what, sharing, and we both shared our passion for come out of hiding and shine and the transformational stories that are in those chapters. And part of the reason we believe so much in that book is that these are people that can walk beside you in many different voices. We have 30 plus authors, all in different voices, sharing their heartfelt stories, their lives with you in a very transparent and authentic way, and sharing their hard-lived and learned wisdom. And their passion, what they united in this book, is to give you something, wisdom, so your path can be that much easier, that they can share, that you can learn from them and take what they have discovered in life so that your path can be easier, so shining can be that much easier for you. And that's what the book is about and why we were so passionate about making that resource available for you, because it is not a solo journey. We need each other, and to have a community and group of 30 people coming together to give you the best of what they've got to support you on the journey is the heartbeat of that book. So if you are finding that you want encouragement and you need support, I encourage you to check out Come Out of Hiding and Shine. You can find it on Amazon and just see if it resonates with you, if it can support you on your journey. And then I wanted to shift gears a little bit here, Nichole, because we've started 2017, and I know you are a passionate, powerful woman with big vision, and I would love to have you share with us some of what you're doing, what you're bringing forward in 2017 to shine and rock.
I've been filming for the last 4 months. Actually, the last couple of months has been really strong, besides the time I had to go through my physical therapy and everything. But once I got through with physical therapy, the next day I was back filming, and my videographer said, "You are so ready, huh?" I said, "Let's do about 10 recordings today." And he was so excited because he was like, "So you went from having 2 shows so now you're going to do about 4 or 5 shows. You already completed with one of the shows already. It's got to get everything together. You are just ready to rock." And I said, that is one of my goals, to have, I will be releasing at least 5 shows coming up on the Believe in Your Dreams TV network, and 2 the shows also, all the shows will be coming on Empower Network by Rebecca, And I'm totally excited about getting back into action. That's why I tell people, you might be, and a lot of people don't understand about setback. They think setback is just the final destination, but it's a reason why it says setback. It don't say final back. It says setback because you might have to transition your time. But if you keep on believing in your dreams and you know your visions come from only one person, and as long as you keep those visions and you have the faith and you believe, you will conquer everything that you are told to do. You will conquer everything that you believe you're going to do. And I believe so hardly, I can't wait till now we're back starting our tours. I got my a couple other stuff that's lined up that I will be doing. But I'm so ready for all the different TV shows to rock. I'm just now getting all my hosts who's ready for their channel within this week and next week, getting them all signed up and getting things done. And I also plan on taking it on my city tour. At one time it was going to be 31, but I cut it in half just to make sure I'm not breaking down or doing everything. I want to stay closely going, but my mission is so highly to have the TV show rocking so much, Rebecca, I get a lot of commercials, I get sponsorship, and I also build my Nichole Peters Academy that I always tell you about. That is what I plan on doing, to start that arts building, to believe that others, that they have a way of, everybody, some people want to be a teacher, some people want to be the president. Some people want to be a lawyer. But a lot of people want to do things in arts, too, that's never there for them. And you very hear kids when they're young say they want to be authors. They want to be a videographer. And I'm ready to take it more into the arts, into the technology. And that's what Nichole Peters Academy would be, along with doing the amazing TV shows and the other books that we have all coming up and everything. It's just going to be so much excitement for 2017.
I love it. And I just want to sit here, lean in with the listeners and claim all of that for you, that you will be doing all of these city tours impacting lives all over the country and the world, and the publishing that you're bringing forward. I'm excited for the global reach that you'll have with your not one television show series, but 5 that you're producing, which is just going to be a huge gift and a huge impact on the world. And so, listeners, I encourage you to keep watching Nichole and tune into her powerful shows. They will motivate you, they will encourage you, they will inspire you, and help you rock no matter what. So keep leaning into Nichole. If you haven't been following her so far, make sure to start doing so. She is a woman on a mission. And what I know about you, Nichole, is you will complete your mission. You will touch the lives you are called to touch, and you will keep shining no matter what.
Yes. Because we have to rock it. And I tell people, just think about how much light that God gives us each day. He gives us a lot of light. And we can take that light and we can take that energy and, like you said, just come out and shine. Be a burst of energy and feel free. And I just love the part that I believe that we all shine bright like a diamond and we can warrior up. No matter, any struggles, they're uncommonly hard. Because we think that when we go through things that we got to stay stuck there and don't use our voice. But we must find our voice even through difficulties. And that is what you do. You go out there and you find people that are coming people. I know a lot of people look for superstars to interview. They look for fame to interview. But I'm out there searching for the women that's broken, the women that's been hurt, that have stories to tell, that people don't know. Their story are amazing. And to help them reach other people, because that's where it started. It starts from there, from the hurt, the wounded, the brokenhearted, and the ones who feel like they can't become a warrior, that they can't shine. But all of us have a pearl. All of us are pearls. You got to dig deep, even if it's down there in the ocean, because that's where the oysters are. They hold the pearl. And even if you have to dig deep in that ocean, don't think of drowning. Think about swimming and thinking about you can do it. Because no matter what, you got the power to do it. And you got the authority to do so. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Thank you for sharing that. There's so much wisdom and power in what you just shared with us, Nichole, and I so appreciate that. And to not think about drowning, but think about swimming and go deep for those pearls. And you've published a book that when we come back, I'm going to have you share a little bit about, that highlights many of these warriors. So listeners, as we go to our next commercial break, encourage you to stay present, really process on a heart level what's being shared with you. And when you come back, we'll share about Nichole's other powerful book where it highlights these warriors and pearls that you can really dig into, as well as a free gift she wants to make available to you. We'll look forward to talking to you in just a moment.
The Voice America Women's Channel.
Are you ready for your rush of success? I'm Jim T. Chong, the walk star.
And I'm Cammie Ferry, the theater queen, the host of Rush Hour for Success on Money 105.5 on Thursdays and Fridays at 2 p.m. It's about getting entertained and getting solutions for your success in life and business.
Visit us on Facebook at Money 105.5 FM Rush Hour for Success, or download the Money 105.5 app on your phone for the live stream. That's Thursdays and Fridays, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. Get entertained,
get educated, and get your rush on
Rush Hour for Success.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at SpeakerTalentSearch.com. That's SpeakerTalentSearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit EmpoweredConnectionsTV.com. That's EmpoweredConnectionsTV.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation. The Voice America Women's Channel.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. Excited to have you joining us for our final closing segment. The time goes so quickly, and I hope that you have been enjoying the amazing wisdom, depth, and heart of Nichole Peters as she shares from her heart, always from her heart, with us. And as we were getting ready to go to our last commercial break, our 2-minute moment, she was starting to share a little bit about how we all have that pearl within. We all have that ability to rock, and her mission to go out there and find so many of those stories that haven't been shared and encourage women to find their warrior and to really step forward. And that's one of her television shows. I know will be focused on that, some of her speaking tours. But Nichole, you also recently published a book that ties into that. Do you mind sharing just a little bit about that book and when they may be able to lean into that?
Okay, Rebecca, the book is called Women Warriors Who Make It Rock, and I did the book so uniquely different. I had, usually you see people with one forward, and of course Rebecca is one of my forwards, and she was the purpose forward. Woohoo! So, woohoo! I also, yes, and I took each forward, and I put their part where I feel like went with the other authors. And these are authors that had amazing stories to share, that where you would think that they would have gave up, or some, and unfortunately me too, was suicidal, depressed, been through abuse, been through being unloved, not just by men, some by fathers, siblings, friends, business partners. And I just wanted to do a collaboration where people lost lives and fear that if they lose someone else, that it might, that just going through different phobias. And Women Warriors That Rock, which is one that made the story where people went from rock bottom to rocking the world. That's the best way I can put it in solution for you, Rebecca, that they went from rock bottom. Because anytime you feel like it's time to take your own life, you're at rock bottom. But anytime you all of a sudden feel like, I can do this, I believe in me, I know that I can shine, I know that I'm a warrior, and I know that there is a reinvention of darkness, that's when you know that you can go to rocking the world. Because when you have confidence, you rock. When you believe, you rock. When you understand life and other people, and you go out there and reach for others, and you do community work, and you do work and volunteer work, not asking for anything, but want to help and get these women's story out, that's what I did. And that's called Women Warriors Who Make It Rock. It's available on Amazon, on ebook. We're doing our print launch in February. it is available for print on Amazon, but we're not doing a print launch until close to the end of February. But it became a number one hot release bestseller on Amazon, and it stayed on Amazon bestsellers for a while. And we plan on bringing it back in the print book as well.
Mm-hmm. I love it. And it was such an honor to be part of this book. And listeners, what's powerful about a print launch, just those of you who aren't familiar with that, is usually there's a special rate and opportunity that you can lean into. So I would add that to your list and watch for the print launch the end of February to be a part of and get a copy of that amazing book. It's just, I had the privilege of being at one of your conferences where many of these women were speaking their stories for the first time. So they had written it and they were speaking it. And it was so powerful, so heart-centered. It took on a life of its own. I was touched and humbled and encouraged and empowered. And I know you'll feel the same with these transformational stories, this powerful work that Nichole and her other warriors have pulled together. So I encourage you to lean into that. We want you to have powerful resources to support you on your journey. It is not a solo journey. We want you to go out into the world and shine. And to support you in that, Nichole has also put together an amazing free gift. So can you share about it in just about 30 seconds to a minute?
Yes, Rebecca. I am offering 2 free 15-minute how to help your team rock star and shine through marketing and production and helping with your team. You can send me an email to Believe in Your Dreams Production. That dreams is plural and production is plural at gmail.com. And we will I will send you a calendar and we'll set up the time for your 2 15-minute rocking how to help you and your team produce and become great at whatever you want your success is at.
Wonderful. And I love that because marketing is so key to getting your message out there. For those of you who are coaches and speakers and messengers, if we keep waiting to be discovered, we keep being that best kept secret, we can't create the change. We can't shine in the way we're called to shine. And the only way to shift that, to have the impact we're called to have, is to be willing to be seen on the same level we are called to serve, and we have to lead the way. So I encourage you, if you're still feeling like the best kept secret, you're not quite sure how to be seen on a higher level, here's an opportunity. And we've actually collected, so she's given her email address. We've also placed a way to connect with Nichole in another place. So if you go to Radio Gifts, and it's plural, radiogifts.net. So it's a net full of multiple gifts, radiogifts.net, that's plural. Enter your name and email address so we can stay in touch. And then scroll down to today's date, which is January 24th, and you will see the link to connect with Nichole and get that support. You will also find, when you open up the page, a number of gifts from me as well as gifts from our past guests and future guests. So it's a huge library to support you on your journey. And I encourage you to lean into the tools and the resources that are there for you to receive, to encourage you, to equip you, and empower you on your journey. Because you are an amazing gift to this world. You are so needed. No one else is made just like you. And I love Nichole how she was sharing that you are that pearl. You have that pearl within you. And sometimes we have to go deep. We have to weather the depths of water to dig up that oyster and open it up to discover the pearl. And if we can focus on swimming, not the drowning, not the challenges, but on the mission, that will help us shine. Now, I encourage you to be willing, and in fact, I call you forth to be willing to shine no matter what, to be willing to build in those practices, to get the support, whatever it is that you need to equip and empower you on your journey, because you are an absolute gift. No one can shine exactly the way you're made. No one else can complete your mission but you. So my heart's desire is that wherever you go, whatever you do, may you always, always be willing to bloom where you're planted and shine. Have an amazing week, and we'll look forward to talking to you next time.
Thank you for joining us this week for Empowering Women, Transforming Lives. Please tune in again for another edition with your host, Rebecca Hall-Gruyter, next Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific, on the Voice America Women's Channel. And join us for a replay of the show every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific, on the Voice America Empowerment Channel. Have a beautiful week, and may you always bloom where you're planted and shine.